Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Rabar Group of Institutions. In previous period we learned about air. Now our next point is water. Water is very important for us. It is used for many purposes in our house. We have to record how much water used in our house for a whole day. We use water in our house daily. Make a chart of water or divide the total amount of water used in our house or how much water used for each person. Purposes for which water is used. These are the purposes for which water is used. Water is used for bathing, for brushing teeth, for washing clothes and utensils, for mopping the floor, for drinking, for cooking. These are the purposes for which water is used. And it is impossible for us to spend our day without water. So we need to drink 3 to 4 liters water daily. We need to drink 3 to 4 liters of water every day because our bodily functions run properly and also other living things require water. So in that way water is necessary for all living things. If hydrogen gas burns in air, it combines with oxygen and water is formed. We have learned about some characteristics of water in the previous standards. We learned the characteristics of water in previous classes. Hydrogen gas burns in air and combines with oxygen and water is formed. The molecular formula of water is H2O. Distribution of water on the earth. Distribution of water on the earth. Water is distributed in the form of seas and oceans. Some groundwater form in the ice and water in other forms, some in ice form and in other form, and water is available for drinking. These are the oceans and seas distributed of water on the earth. This is the distribution of water in the form of seas and oceans. Water occurs in 3 states. It does not have color, taste or odor. Odor means smell. It does not have any smell and it is universal solvent because substances easily dissolve in water and no living things can survive without water. Therefore, it is said that water is life. Water is a life. We cannot live without water and no living things can live without water. It is very useful for us and very important for us. Generally, we cannot use all the water which is present on the earth because it is present in the form of sea and sea water is salty and some in a frozen state means in ice form and very small quantity of water is available for drinking and it is enough for us. See for which purpose is water being used. We know that we use water in large quantities. We have learned that water on the earth is regulated through the water cycle. Water vapor form from the oceans and water vapor form it is the main source of water. It means due to the evaporation process it gets converted into rain and creating a fresh water sources on earth. We get water from natural sources. Natural sources such as streams, rivers, ponds, springs and lakes. Man also digs wells and borewells to lift groundwater. Borewells and wells are also important for us. Apart from this, man also constructed bunds and dams of various size on rivers and the dams is very useful for all the living things. and due to the uncontrolled use of water for an increasing population, industry and farming, it is now in short supply. Water scarcity has become a serious problem. Due to the increasing population, industries and farming, there is a huge water scarcity and it is a big problem for us. We have to face this problem due to the increasing population of industry. Next point is land. Land is seen in the form of stones, soil, big rocks. Stones, soil, big rocks. It is seen in the form of stones, soil and big rocks. It is not flat everywhere. It is not flat everywhere. It is hilly in some places and flat in others. Some places are flat and some are hilly, and all terrestrial animals including man live on land. Some terrestrial dig burrows in the ground for shelter. There are hilly places we live on land. Due to this, land fulfilled our need. We also use land for farming and also for construction of building because of living, and because of land mineral oil and other gases are obtained, so it is also an important natural resource. Land, it is also an important natural resource. Let us see exactly what land is made of. Layers of the mixture in the bottle. Forming of layers in the mixture in the bottle. How to land form? Take a transparent plastic bottle, a handful of soil, some stones, sand, some dry leaves and water. Cut off the tapering part of bottle. Put the rest of the materials in the lower part and add water. Stir the mixture thoroughly and put it aside. This is a transparent plastic bottle, some handful of soil, stones, dry leaves and cut off the upper tapering part of bottle. Put the rest of the materials in the lower part and add water in it. Stir the mixture thoroughly and put it aside. Observe it the next day and answer. How does the mixture in the bottle look now? Do you see layers in it? What is seen in the different layers from top to bottom? This is the form of land. The land on earth also look like this. The land on the earth also look like this. If a pipeline is being laid in your neighborhood, observe carefully the pits dug from this purpose. You will see some layers under the land surface as shown in the accompanying figure. Next is layers of land. How the layers of land form? If the land has mature soil, the topmost layer is formed by the decomposition of the remains of plants and animals. This layer is called humus layer. It is formed by the decomposition of remains of plants and animals. It is usually found in dense forests. The land below this is full of sand, soil, small stones, worms and insects. Soil and pieces of bedrock are found below this layer of land. This soil is immature, not well developed. Immature means not well developed. Further below this layer, the proportion of soil decreases and that of rock increases. Proportion of soil decreases and that of rock increases. It means that rock increases in that places. We go deeply. This is the layer of bedrock and this is the layer of bedrock. The main minerals in the soil are derived from these rocks. That is why soil is different regions in different. Because soil is different in different regions. Everywhere is not the same soil. The color and texture of soil are both determined by the bedrock, and the color and texture of soil are both determined by the bedrock. These are the layers of land. Next point is the process of soil formation. The soil on the land is formed by a natural process. The abiotic components of soil are supplied through the weathering of the bedrock. Due to the heat, cold and water of the sun, wind and rain respectively, the bedrock breaks into pieces. Stone, sand and soil are formed from these pieces, and due to the heat, cold and water, the bedrock breaks down, and these breakdown stones, sand and soil are formed from these pieces. Stone, soil and sand are formed from the bedrock, and also the microbes, worms and insects are found among them. Rodents like mice and rats are also found here. The roots of trees growing on the land also help weathering of rocks. The process of soil formation is slow and continuous. The process of soil is slow because of the microbes, worms and insects are found among them, and the bedrock breaks down easily. This So the process of soil formation is slow. It takes about 1,000 years for a 2.5 centimeter thick layer of mature soil to form. So due to this, soil can get destroyed in a short period due to floods, storms, and human activities such as mining. That is why it is necessary to conserve soil and to prevent erosion of land. We have to prevent erosion of land, and due to this we increase the greenery for prevention of erosion of land. We reduced Erosion of land is reduced if grass, trees and bushes are grown in it, and obtain specimen of soils from various places. Find out the specimen of soil from other places in your surroundings, such as your own yard, a garden, a hills, river banks, fields, and rocky ground. And note the differences in the specimens with respect to color, feel, and texture, and the sizes of the particles, because the soil is different in every region. So find out the soil in various places in your yard, in your garden, and find out the color, texture, and size of the particles. This is the formation of soil. Living things use land, water, and air available on the earth, and so does man. However, the proportions of these resources that are actually put to use are very small as compared to the whole earth. Look at the following table. The land, it is used 29%, potable water, fresh water 0.3%, and oxygen is 21%. Even in these small proportions, the resources shown in the above table are sufficient for all living things, and these are sufficient for all living things: water, land, oxygen, sufficient for all living things, and only it is very necessary for man to control his grid and to control this grid. Man to control this grid. In other words, we must use these resources judiciously, with the awareness that they are meant for all other living things and not just for mankind. And this is enough for us. And this completes the lesson number 1, natural resources. Dear students, read the lesson carefully and find out the question and answers. And if you have any difficulty, then share me, comment me,